When Apple introduced the M1 chip, it redefined what small form factor desktop computers could achieve. High-end performance, energy efficiency, and seamless software synergy, all in a tiny cube that stunned the industry. With the Mac Mini M5 on the horizon, expectations are high for Apple's next leap forward. A desktop powerhouse that merges compact design with exceptional capabilities, built to tackle professional workloads and sustainable computing. A brief history of the Mac Mini evolution. The Mac Mini began as Apple's most approachable desktop, offering basic computing in a neat, affordable design. Up until 2020, it remained modest. Then everything changed with the arrival of Apple's custom silicon. The M1 chip elevated the Mac Mini status, delivering laptop-class performance in an ultra-compact chassis. Successive models featuring the M2 and M2 Pro continued this trend, culminating last year in the M4 redesign. A cube-shaped, slimmer body with enhanced ports and cooling that's won praise in creative and development circles. What the M5 chip promises. Rumors point to a major leap, transitioning from a 3nm to a refined 2nm or high-performance 3nm manufacturing process. Expected improvements include increased transistor density, better thermal efficiency, and higher performance, especially when compared to industry leaders in both desktops and laptops. Multiple sources suggest we'll see both standard and pro tiers of the M5. The base model will likely feature a 10-core CPU paired with a 12-core GPU, while the M5 Pro variant is expected to add performance cores up to 12 and expand the GPU to an 18-core. Memory and storage enhancements. Unified memory has long been a strength of Apple's platform. With the M5's expected LPDDR5X RAM, we may see a 16 GB base in entry models, with Pro versions pushing past 24 GB. Options up to 48 GB seem plausible. That means smoother multitasking and improved data handling for creative tools and large files. On storage, Apple is rumored to phase out the 256 GB base SSD, replacing it with a 512 GB starter. Pro configurations may deliver 1 TB or even 2 to 4 TB SSD options, a welcome upgrade for professionals working with large data sets. Redefining compact design and cooling. The 2024 redesign brought a Mac Mini-inspired Mac Studio profile. The M5 model is expected to build upon that design. Leaks suggest the M5 will bring a thinner chassis, enabled by its superior thermal efficiency. There's even talk of a new space black finish, appealing to users who want their devices to match minimalist workstations. Geeky-gadgets.com. Apple may also overhaul thermal management, introducing larger heat spreaders and improved airflow. Reports suggest base models could even move to fanless operation, taking advantage of the low-power M5 chip. Game-changing connectivity. Thunderbolt 5 and Wi-Fi 7. Connectivity has been a Mac Mini hallmark. With the M4 Pro, Apple introduced Thunderbolt 5, supporting up to 120 gigabits per second bandwidth, DisplayPort 2.1, and enhanced power delivery, enabling dual 8K displays and advanced docks. In one forecast, only Pro models get Thunderbolt 5, with base models retaining. The M5 Mac Mini is expected to carry forward this connectivity suite. 3 Thunderbolt 5/USB 4 ports, 2 front USB-C, and HDMI 2.1 output, plus Ethernet with 10 gigabit support, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and possibly an SD card reader on Pro versions. Wireless upgrades could include Wi-Fi 7, offering super-fast wireless data speeds and reduced latency beneficial for cloud work and video conferencing, as well as Bluetooth 5.4 for enhanced peripheral connectivity. Software, AI, and integration. Apple's silicon advantage isn't just hardware. It's how macOS is deeply entwined with it. M5's expected inclusion of AI accelerators, combined with tighter OS integration, could deliver real-time video editing, smarter system responses, and ultra-fast performance in apps like Final Cut and Logic. Machine learning could become more visible on the desktop as Apple Intelligence filters into more everyday applications. Expect universal control enhancements, faster handoff between iPhone, iPad, and Mac, instant AirDrop, and an elevated role for the Mac Mini as a central hub for smart home systems or studio environments. Environmental footprint. Smaller is greener. Apple continues its push toward sustainability. The Mac Mini M5 is likely to expand recycled materials, and the 2nm chip promises far lower energy consumption at idle and under stress. Apple's commitment to renewable manufacturing and greener shipping methods further reinforces their drive toward carbon neutrality. 9to9trends.com. The efficiency gains are meaningful for both personal use and corporate green initiatives. When you can buy and for how much? Insider estimates suggest Apple will introduce the Mac Mini M5 lineup in late 2025, potentially November. M5 Pro and M5 Max variants may follow into early 2026. The rumored price tag aligns with current strategies, roughly $599 for the base model, with Pro configurations hovering around $1,399, scaling up with RAM, storage, and 10 gigabits Ethernet. What this means in real-world use. For the average user, the M5 brings quicker app launches, smoother multitasking, and longer battery life. For professionals, the M5's bigger GPU, Thunderbolt speeds, and fast RAM/storage transform the Mac Mini into a credible workstation. Ultra-portable but powerful, it can serve as a primary machine for editing, development, or music production, especially if the fanless option materializes and keeps noise low. Creatives juggling large 4K per 8K media will appreciate hardware-accelerated ML and expanded base storage. The Thunderbolt 5 capabilities and future-proof ports ensure compatibility with high-end workflows for years to come. And the environmental improvements may sway decision-makers in corporate deployments. Challenges and considerations. Despite its power, the Mac Mini isn't modular. RAM and SSD remain non-upgradable post-purchase. Fanless base models may hit thermal ceilings under sustained heavy loads. Real-world Thunderbolt 5 ecosystems are still emerging, and early adopters have reported mixed results. Apple's timing may also see the base M5 arrive later than promised if Pro variants dominate production. Final verdict from Technology Review. The Mac Mini M5 embodies everything that made Apple's Silicon Revolution so compelling. Unmatched performance in a compact form, energy-efficient design, robust connectivity, sustainable production, and meaningful software integration. If these rumors come true, this will be the most capable Mac Mini yet. Strong enough for serious professional use, compact, and stylish enough for anyone's desktop. It adapts seamlessly to evolving workflows and emerging tech standards. The key will be timing, pricing, and execution. If Apple delivers on power, polish, and ecosystem cohesion, the Mac Mini M5 could cement its status as the go-to compact desktop of the next era. Stay tuned to Technology Review as we continue tracking the M5. Follow for benchmark reveals, hands-on comparisons, and purchase guidance when the Mac Mini M5 launches. Let me know if you'd like more depth somewhere or a different angle.